Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Eurovision Fam weekly stream. It is I, Lily Love Stuff, and I am joined, of course, by.
Shortcake ESC over here, you guys. It's the day. It's Host City Day.
I know it's Host City Day, so we're gonna get that announcement here in
And he's
like the next half hour.
yeah.
Um,
We're minding everything that we need to be minding just to get
yeah,
ready for the big announcement.
I think you've got like Twitter going. I've got the BBC One show
Literally refreshing every second. Yeah.
going on a different screen. So that's kind of where we're at this point. So
Hopefully, like we'll be the first to like show you. That would be super cool.
I mean, hey, why not? That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
we
they
have
just
that going. We do have some other like smaller kind of like news points that happened within this last week, kind of regarding the Junior Eurovision Song Contest as we patiently wait for the announcement of the host city.
Oh, okay. It looks like it's gonna happen right now. Maybe.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm just
Nice.
like I said. They kind of are going between Liverpool and Glasgow.
Oh, they're just rehashing out the promo videos, is it? Or
Maybe. I mean, we can watch the promo. Let's go ahead and talk about what we need to talk about first, and then I'll let you know.
perfect.
So, do you want to go ahead and kick us off with talking about? Well, we had MJESC over the weekend.
And you guys, this show was amazing. I mean, I get it. It was kind of like in a middle school auditorium, but these children, it still goes to show that Maltese children in general are born performers, with no exception to the winner of MJESC, Gaia Gambutsa, who will be singing her song in Yerevan Diamonds in the Skies. What are your thoughts on the song?
So, I at this point we know it's a demo because
Yeah.
Malta loves to, give us a demo and then polish it up and make it really shine. And this is a song I can totally see getting the right amount of polish and it just ends up shining on stage like a diamond in the skies.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, it's great. Her voice is lovely. The
Oh yeah.
staging worked for it, and I just know as an overall package, once we get to Yerevan, it's gonna
Mhm.
really be special.
One thing I am curious about though, like watching that live performance, I noticed that there was an intended area for a dance break. We weren't given 100% of what that potentially could be, but that's definitely intentional. I cannot wait to see like how they're gonna be using that like very important 15 seconds in Yerevan because let's face it, Malta knows dance jams. They
Yeah,
they can bring the fire in both ESC and Junior Eurovision. So
yeah,
no doubts with them.
yeah. It kind of makes me think a little bit about that. What was that Rihanna song
Which
with the
one?
same basic title? Basically, uh, the title very similar to that was kind of dancey back in the day. I don't know. I'm old.
Oh, I think it was Diamonds. Yeah, Diamonds in
In
the
the
Sky.
sky. Yeah,
No, but the other thing too is like Junior Eurovision Malta 2013 or like 2014. The singer then was singing a song called Diamonds, and the hook said like diamonds in the sky. So I think that's paying homage to their past entrant probably. She was a very like big operatic singer, which is not
yeah,
Gaia's forte per se. Gaia is definitely more like dance pop, but
yeah.
that's awesome. That's awesome, you guys.
We have a lot of dance pop songs. At least Junior is going to be way more upbeat than Adult Vision was this year.
Which is not typical of Junior usually, because I associate Junior with like even more so dramatic ballads. You know,
Hmm.
like I feel like it leans more on the ballad side at
I don't
times.
know. I think Junior tends to just be whatever Junior wants to be, really.
Mm.
Um,
Depends on
because
the
it's like when I
city.
think of Junior, because my thing is when I vote for songs at Junior, I vote for what I would like as a kid.
Mhm.
So I think dancey upbeat is maybe what I associate Junior with, because
Mhm.
those are the Junior songs I tend to like the most.
Well, yeah, they tend to be like very concisely produced. Like they tend to sound like they skew the line between, ah, yes, an adult can perform this versus like, here's this child performing this song. Very professionally done
Like Georgia, that's what Georgia does really, really well
every year for
at
no
Junior.
for
I
no
mean,
reason. I think it's hard.
last year was skewed pretty young. Like Belarus at Junior, same thing.
Oh
Like
yeah, like Belarus's last entry. Oof.
the last three, that whole streak there, it was
Mhm.
all like I can see an adult doing this. I can see a child doing this. It walks that line perfectly.
Yes.
We've got Georgios again, as always. I'm so
Georgia.
happy. Giorgio says, I'm so happy Armenia is able to host after the war. It will send out a great message. Yes, agreed.
Yeah, I'm so glad that we're still getting Yerevan, because I mean, I missed the Yerevan contest back in 2011 with Junior Eurovision. I don't know if that was necessarily, I didn't watch it. That's pretty much that, but I'm excited to come back and see it live.
I think the first year I watched Junior live was 2016.
Same, yeah.
Yeah, that was the year Malta hosted, right?
Yeah, and the host said the winner like 30 minutes before like the intended call time, and that was just kind of like, okay.
Yeah, no, that was the first year I watched Junior live. I've watched 2015.
I did not.
I'm sorry, 2015 I've watched. That was a good show. That was a good show. And there's some solid songs in that one. I think that's it. And then I've seen like the winners and stuff from other years. But like, I'm kind of like a blank slate. I need more diving into Junior. It's not like adult Eurovision where give me a year and I should be able to give you some kind of idea of what happened that year. Up until like the only years I can't really do that with are like the oddies.
Oh yeah, no, like complete blank slate for me, honestly.
Because I don't like those years very much. Like I know some of the songs, but like if you ask me about what happened in 2004, I can only tell you about Wild Dances.
Not even Lane Moye.
Oh yeah, I know that one too. But like for the most part, I'm not like I can't deep dive into those years at all. I'm sorry. It looks like they're just going over the promo video for Glasgow on this show. So while we wait for that to kind of come with our announcement, let's go ahead and let's talk about just we have a TikTok account, you guys, and we uploaded a video recently that you can interact with to put yourself on the Eurovision TikTok algorithm, because you've got to interact with stuff to make an algorithm work for you nowadays. And it's basically just 10 songs that are kind of Halloween-y themed with the staging or something else like that. And there's a link for that in the description box. So go ahead, watch it, interact with it, and enjoy it.
Yes. And
you look so
no, I'm just saying, you guys haven't seen me on the Eurovision Fam TikTok in a little bit. I've been you guys are going to see some pretty like ridiculous things that I do, but that's because I don't know how to stop myself on TikTok. Aside from that, yes, there's a lot more of like a Halloweeniness to Eurovision that I didn't even like super like. I mean, like the past, like Vampires Are Alive. I'm sorry, that is one of probably the Halloween anthems of the entire contest.
See, even thinking about stuff that's not necessarily like Halloween themed, Iceland's entry from 97. Oh my gosh, is that the right year?
What was Iceland 97? What was Iceland 97? Oh, was it? It was the couch. It was the couch guy.
Yeah. What? Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. Paul Oscar. I think that's his name.
He was too avant-garde for his time. Like the late 90s were not ready for just the artistic mindfulness that was that performance. Like they just didn't process it how it should have been.
It goes beyond that. Like that to me is very vampy. Like that's another one I could see on like a Halloween-y themed kind of playlist. Latvia had a song called called Wolves of the Sea. I didn't know that was a Eurovision song until like I got into Eurovision, but like their 2008 song was like, with a hi hi ho and a hi hi hey, hoisting our flags to be free. Oh gosh, I'm not gonna tell you where I know that song from. It's really lame and mildly embarrassing.
That is one of the first meme songs that I ever remember happening in my life. And to find out that it was a Eurovision performance, that was quite like a reckoning moment. For a lot of other folks, that tends to be like Rockefeller Street. But I mean,
yeah. I think for me, the one that I was like, this is a Eurovision song too, was Wild Dances. Because I used to play a lot of GTA as a child who
that makes sense.
Was not given without parents really watching what I was doing. I was like, oh yeah, let me go play some GTA. And like, so I remember like getting in the like jacking a car and then blasting wild dances. Or like, I mean, there's older songs though too that go, oh, this is a Eurovision song from like the 70s and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Like what? Telegram, telegram. Like I've heard that before. That was playing. I think maybe at
That
like
was
retail store even or something.
ooh,
It was
that's what are they called? Oh my gosh, Silver. Oh my gosh, who is the name of the band? Because they've had hits in the U.S. Because okay, one second here, because it's gonna bother me.
you guys. So this is some Eurovision homework for all of us.
Silver
Because
Convention, that's what they're called.
wait, what was it?
Silver Convention.
Silver Convention. Okay.
Yeah. Because it's like I was like, I know them because they had songs that were popular in the States. Like they've charted on Billboard multiple times. Not with this. Well, with this song, I don't know if they charted or not.
Okay.
But with like there's like this one song that's like about like it's like literally just 3 letters. I'm sorry, 3 words long, but like Silver Connections charted with 2 other songs in the States. Other people have charted at Eurovision.
Well, I mean, like as of recent, Rosalind, as we've mentioned in the last
I'm
couple,
talking about like
she's
ancient
still on the way.
Ancient history time.
Ancient history time.
Not necessarily with their Eurovision songs.
Who else from the Eurovision past has had a non-Eurovision song do well in the States? See, I feel like I can answer that question. I'm just not exactly quite researched at this moment, but it happens a lot. Like,
Yeah.
like it happens a lot.
Cliff Richards,
Yeah,
Julio
Silver Love,
Iglesias.
I've heard, but I mean that's not super far in the past either.
Really?
I've heard Heroes. I've heard Heroes.
I've never
Like
heard
an
Heroes
Ulta,
in my
I think, or something. It was like a makeup store.
The only song I've heard in the wild was Lavina Perfect Life. And that happened the day of Eurovision while I was getting my Eurovision snacks.
So
yeah.
Homegirl was fighting on the wrong front. I'm sorry.
It was a hot mess. They just keep going over like recapping the hosting possibilities.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, like for the average UK viewer, they probably need to be briefed on that because I mean, I don't exactly know how Eurovision press is doing out in the UK.
Oh no, it's just like it's they're talking to people from the cities that are famous.
Oh yeah.
So like they're just talking to Sonia. Yeah. I don't know what to do with that. So let's go ahead and at this point we're just stalling.
We are completely stalling. We're completely stalling.
You know, why not?
But we're here with you guys. Like, hold on to our hand. We're here with you guys as we find out because, like, literally, this is the #1 decision of the year.
Yeah, I mean, like, what's that noise?
What is that noise?
That's my phone. It started playing Telegram by Silver Connection. Because I was like, what is the name of that band?
Send a telegram out to Glasgow, hopefully. That's still my personal vote. That's still my personal vote. Honestly. But Liverpool could still be really cool, but Glasgow's still my personal vote.
I mean, I'm trying to think of, like, where's the international airport at? Manchester would be the closest international airport.
I'll be honest, I don't know the airport situation for either city quite.
So, they have there's an airport not too far from both from both venues. I mean, let's pull up maps as we stall for time. Hold on a second.
Yeah, love looking at maps, honestly, because that is what's going to educate us on the ground situation. I wish I had looked at more maps before going out to Turin, realizing that I wouldn't be 2 towns over, how far away everything would be. But I mean, that's the whole point of us looking at the map is so that we can convey that information over to you guys. Because if y'all want to go see Eurovision in the UK after the Ukrainian win, hopefully we can provide you with the nice information for that.
Oh, hold on a second. Let me pause this real quick. Okay. I don't want to get that. I don't want to get a strike for that. A copyright strike. I mean, what is this? This is Edinburgh. Oh my gosh. No, this is Glasgow. So like the arena is here,
Mm-hmm.
and all these prices are hotels. I mean, where's the airport? I don't. Do they have an airport? Maybe you can just take the train.
Maybe like fly into Edinburgh or something and take the train out to Glasgow.
Yeah, or like I'm trying to like imagine. I don't know geography. Like, let me act like I know UK
Edinburgh is really
geography.
the only other like big Scottish city that I'm able to name, like off the top of my head. So I don't know if that's going to be the most practical decision.
I don't want hotels turned on. I want that turned off. Okay. So like Glasgow is there. I don't know because like I think. Look at me over here, like trying to figure it
Yeah,
out.
I can't exactly pick one out from just like this view. I don't know where that airport is, you guys. I mean,
Yeah.
hopefully it's not like a ton far away.
So like this is where, if I'm right, this is where like Glasgow is, and like Liverpool's like
Huh.
down here.
Oh,
Oh
there it
gosh,
is.
it's so
Yeah, yeah,
far
yeah.
away. So like Liverpool's not too far away from Manchester, and I know Manchester has an international airport.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. I'm sorry, right? I'm just thinking about like how far north that is. Oh, what's gonna be cool?
Yeah, it is kind of cold, but I mean, the other thing too is it's just like driving across that country isn't going to be as long as like driving from Texas to Texas, you know?
I guess, but like also like the speed limits aren't as high as they are in Texas.
That's true. And I would probably be aggravated by that because I drive like an American.
Oh yeah, no. I
I completely drive like an American.
I don't drive. I
You shouldn't drive. Honestly, nobody should drive, but like, yeah.
I take the bus.
Public transport, you guys. We need,
Hmm.
like, we in the States need to better fund our public transport systems because what do we have? Greyhound? Ugh.
Peter Pan bus. Okay, so Graham Norton just popped up on screen.
Okay. I still don't see any tweets, but keeping my eye.
Okay. I'm like over here just like, well, let's be live when it happens.
Well, I mean, like this is an indispensable experience that we all get together.
Yeah, I know. It's fun.
Like I remember last year, I think it was just I woke up and it was like Turin, and I was like, oh shit, like I
Well, I
missed
think
this
with
mountain.
Turin, it was one of those things where I had heard someone say at the end of 20, like as as we were like, okay, Italy just won Eurovision, kind of a wind down. Someone was like, oh, it's going to probably be in Turin. I remember hearing someone say that. And I was like, what? And the person was like, yeah, because they've hosted the Olympics before. They've got all this like infrastructure good to go. Turin's a great location and it's really close to like, you can basically get to Turin from most other parts of Europe with minimal travel time. It's
That
going to
is true.
probably be in Turin. So I was like, oh, okay. And that was like the night of the contest, like,
Mm.
of
Mhm.
2021 ending. So I was like, okay. So I went into like 2022, like it's probably going to be Turin because
Mhm.
someone who's smart was like, oh, Turin makes sense to me. I was like, oh, okay. It's not like with the UK where it's like, okay, so they're about to say the city.
Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh wow, I see the announcement.
Oh, really? I'm sure you can say it.
I can say it.
Yeah, go ahead and say it. I don't care.
Liverpool will host Eurovision 2023 on behalf of
Okay.
Ukraine. It's going to be proper boss.
All right. So now that we know it's Liverpool, let's go. Let's go
Yeah,
Liverpool.
we can go from Dublin to Liverpool. The sad thing is, if it were Glasgow, I had like a small wrap, but it's not. So,
I mean,
so
honestly, Liverpool's a vibe. I
No,
know, I know online in the online space
cool.
we're all kind of writing it off,
No,
but
the
yeah,
people seem super
Liverpool's a vibe.
cool, and it seems like there are a lot of like cute restaurants, hotels. It seems like a great place for like leisure activities.
Yeah,
Congratulations, Liverpool. I hope y'all are excited.
and like there's stuff to do. Like you can go do stuff. Like
Mhm.
on the Wednesday between the two semis or on the Friday or something, you can easily take a day trip because it seems like it's a pretty centrally located town.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, I don't even
I
know where
mean,
the
like in regard to like the fact that all of Ireland's eastern seaboard's right there, Manchester's right there, kind of just like the upper England area is
yeah,
greatly more accessible than it would have been from Glasgow. So,
true.
ooh, sorry, I'm so
And
I told you guys, but point still stands.
yeah, and like the closest international airport's in Manchester, which isn't too far away. Um, there's lots of oh my gosh, I can't wait to see like the hotels change.
It'll be so cute, and a lot of the people who follow my account and the Eurovision Fam account, I noticed are like within the Liverpool area.
Yeah,
Are in the immediate periphery of Liverpool, they are probably so stoked right now about the fact that they get Eurovision over at home. We
yeah.
will never experience this as Americans. We will never experience this. So y'all enjoy this because we can't.
I know. One of my mutuals was like, I hope it's Liverpool, so I don't have to get a hotel. So yeah, honestly, I'm down with that. Like, I know so many people. Like, exactly, a lot of my people I follow and all my mutuals are in the Liverpool are near Liverpool. So I'm
I
happy
know.
for
I
them.
can't wait to see them like on the ground, like, oh my gosh, like look, you guys, it's the Eurovision like environment for real. And they get to have that at home.
I know. Oh, it must be so nice.
It really must be so nice to like be in the city where Eurovision is happening and it's like your city. Oh my goodness. I
Like,
personally would feel like super like insecure if San Francisco were like selected as like the American Song
they give
Contest
us.
city, like whatever.
Did they give us dates?
Wait, what happened?
Did they give the dates?
I'm not seeing that currently. Refreshing again right now. Still not clear. They haven't tweeted again.
Okay, so we just have that. I was gonna say because I want to see I want to watch the price of hotels just shoot up. You know what
That
I mean?
literally happened within seconds with Turin, okay?
Yeah.
As soon as we found out it was Turin, like my group and I, we were trying to like, okay, yes, now we check out hotels, immediately all sold out. The closest we could get was Rosta.
I mean, like there's a ton of hotels right by the stadium because like the stadium looks like it's on a dock maybe.
Mm.
Which where I'm at, one of the place I'm going to be seeing Maniskin at in December is like on a dock. Because it's by a fish market. That's
Heck yeah. I love me
I'm
a
just
fish
checking.
market.
I know,
I
of
love
course.
a fish market.
I'm not going to say what I was thinking.
It's okay.
Um,
It's okay.
okay, the hotels are sold out. Like I looked in May,
Ta-da.
and the prices shot up because I checked last night just
Hmm.
to see generally what prices we were looking at for hotels in the area, and the prices have gone up for mid May.
Oof. That just shows you how quickly people are working to try to get some like close spots to this arena.
Yeah, but yeah, it's gonna be
I
Liverpool.
like how excited is the UK right now?
I would
I
love to know.
I would love to know. Okay, so it would actually be interesting for us to like kind of go to our like UK following, like so Liverpool, you guys, how are we feeling? Because I would love to get some more perspective on this. This is gonna be we're going to Liverpool. What the heck? I would have never imagined that we would have ever said that at any point during like our Eurovision tenure, only because like I've never associated the UK with like sending good entries in the recent past. But I mean, we
Yeah,
get that. Like, and the BBC is a very competent broadcaster. It's going to be an
it's
amazing show, without a
it's
doubt.
gonna be a great show no matter what. Like
Mhm.
it's gonna be a great show, and like honestly, Liverpool does have a rich history of music.
Mhm.
Um, and Eurovision artists from them are from Liverpool as well.
Mhm.
I just know like I am feeling like I have to go like secondhand shopping.
Is it because they got some cute thrifting out there?
I follow a lot of like people who thrift and also people who like mend and make clothes too. And one of my favorite people, she's in Liverpool. In fact, her username is Liverbird. So
That's cute.
that tells you where she's from. Oh, it used to be her username. That's not her username anymore. It was her username when I found like when I started watching her videos of thrifting and things. I just feel like the UK has better secondhand shops too.
Does it? Ooh, that would be fun. Like to go secondhand shopping out and live. Oh, I love that idea. It's so cute.
Yeah,
See
I'm
you
just
guys, like Liverpool's already fun as heck.
this is all tweets from earlier.
I need to see a little bit more emotion. Okay, Eurovision Song Contest Twitter intern. I know you have another tweet in that draft. Just press send. Just press tweet. It's okay. We're here. We're here for you.
Yeah,
But also, once again, despite this excitement for Liverpool, I still, number one, do hope that they're able to showcase Ukrainian culture.
that's a huge part of it for me.
That's a huge part because, I mean, Liverpool's great. I'm so glad that we get Liverpool, but at the same time, this is not a UK victory. So
Yeah,
we need to work off of the fact that Kalush had provided us with the city of Liverpool to host the next year.
yeah. And honestly, like that's a whole thing. Is we have to always remember that
Mhm.
this is a Ukrainian victory, and kind of because it's like it's been so long since we've had. Oh my gosh, it's been so long since we haven't had a non-winning country host
Mhm.
Eurovision. Um,
Like the first time this millennium, isn't it?
yeah, it is, and it's also one of the things is that the contest has changed completely
Mhm.
from what it used to be. Like if you watch the old contests, back when it was just juries, your interval acts were much shorter. You got
Mhm.
like one short little weird thing happening, and then the rest of the
Uh-huh. You get like Eye of the Sun from Riverdance, and then you move right into the results. Like that's
yeah,
like the show used to be a lot more cut and dry, but now it's definitely about more like entertainment,
yeah,
which
and like
I appreciate.
there wasn't really much room for like a huge cultural showcase either,
Mhm.
and that wasn't really something that people would do um in earlier contests as well.
Mhm.
I think of the older contests, the one that you mentioned, Riverdance. That's probably the one I can think of that's the closest to like some kind of cultural showcase
Mhm.
for an interval act.
But
Because
even that was like brief.
yeah, it was really short.
I love the show Riverdance for some reason. I can like remember everything about it, but yeah, that was definitely like a more curtailed version of that section of the show, and that was because the actual show of Eurovision had to move on a lot more quickly than it has to now.
Yeah, yeah. Now you can take hours.
Hmm.
Giorgio says it's great for me that it's in the UK. I'm in Germany in May, so I probably can take the morning flight before Eurovision and the morning flight after. Don't need a hotel. Honestly, that's a
Giorgio,
vibe.
you need to tell us how that goes. If you end up going, you need to tell us about that entire experience because yes, exactly.
Oh, they do have dates. 9th of May, 9th, 11th, and 13th of May.
Okay, for some reason this just appeared to me 9th, 11th, 13th of May. Okay, so we're still going for like mid early May. Not too different. I heard some speculation that it would be later in May, but that's not the case it looks like.
I'm just checking though. Now that I know dates and looking at hotels, just because I'm curious.
Mhm.
Oh, that one went up to $915 a night.
$915.
Yeah,
Imagine,
that's the most
imagine,
expensive one I'm seeing.
imagine if you
There's
want to
still
stay there for the whole week.
this one's at $2,965 a night.
Oh, oh, they better give you like drugs or something. Like they have to justify that somehow.
It's a luxury hotel. It looks like.
Oh, okay. So there's gonna be like a towel spawn on your bed and like a little chocolate.
Yeah. I mean, there's ones that are just like 121 a night, which isn't bad,
That's
or
not bad at all.
154. This one's like what 150 a night, and it is how far? 7 minute drive, so 1.2 miles. You could walk that. It wouldn't be
1.2. Yeah.
bad.
I mean, like for Eurovision, I would literally walk 100 miles to get to the arena if need be.
6 miles from the arena. That's not bad either.
What's the public transportation situation in Liverpool? I'm curious now.
Oh no, that's only 1 mile. That's not. See, I'm from a city, so like when I think of, I'm from a city with public transportation.
Mm.
I mean, honestly, Jamie, same. Jamie R just said, just got a new credit card approved. Really tempted to max out for ESC. I'm looking at hotel prices right now, between May 2nd and May 14th. And I'm just kind of like vibing with these hotel prices.
I'm so excited for you. Oh, like if you actually end up going, that'll be the cool. That will be so insanely cool. Like a BBC hosted Eurovision in Liverpool with a Ukrainian victory to back. Like this is just
You know how I feel about my beloved Ukrainian pop music. Just
they
and
and,
mid-year so early this year. I mean,
but
I
I'm
know we're talking about
happy
host
with
cities.
it. I'm so
Like,
happy with it. Vidbeer is one of the best selections ever. Ever.
I mean, honestly, the thing with the UK is I speak English.
Mhm.
One second.
I will talk to the audience. So
She's talking to the dog. Sorry.
but yeah, so with Ukrainian artists, like when Ukraine hosted after they won in 2016, they had such an amazing showcase of their artists. Like Anuka, Monatic, like on top of Jamala's recent releases by that time. We want that, we need that. I mean, of course I want some like new UK sounds, but the important thing is that we get Ukraine's sounds.
Yes. I'm thinking at least Vidbeer isn't going to be like the Ukrainian national final was in 2005.
What happened at the Ukrainian national final in 2005? Tell me
That is
now.
the most. That's probably the most infamous national final. I think it was like six. They started in August. Is when they started showing the shows. I want to say.
August, that's before Junior Eurovision stuff starts happening.
Yeah. Or they started in September. They started early as anything. They were like 36. It was a long. Let me look this up for you because it was insanity.
I mean, given 2005, Ukraine won for the first time, I get the excitement. But it looks like they haven't exactly put that torch down of just like whenever we win, we're going to be the first song out kind of a deal.
I mean, I'm down with that.
I'm down with that.
I'm very much down with that. I'm just trying to see because it was like the most. I know this is riveting content, you guys. Okay, here it is.
That's why we're here. That's why you come to us.
I'm just trying to figure out the best way to explain to you what this thing was.
Mm-hmm. I mean, nowadays
they started. I'm sorry, they started in November. It's from the first round of the
okay.
the national. It was they started in November, and there were like 4 or 5 songs for each of the different shows. There were
in style almost.
How many semifinals were there? They had 15 semifinals.
Who can keep track? Who can keep track at that rate?
Yeah, they had 15 semifinals. From each semifinal, one song went through to the final. And then the song that ended up winning didn't even compete in any of the Like, it was a wild card entry.
I have to watch this. Oh my goodness. Because, like, at the end of the day, what we got in Kiev was Razom nas Bahato. And, like, I mean, iconic. Don't get me wrong, iconic. For a lot of reasons, that song, like, was kind of meant to be the one to represent Ukraine. But with that aside, I'm just curious about how that all unfolded.
Well, the other thing is with the song that won, it was like used kind of like an anthem for protesting. So I think that's part of like got its momentum going.
Whereas like Razom nas Bahato, like just kind of felt more indirect.
Potentially. Yeah, I mean that's what it mean. It was used as like a protest rallying cry song.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but just looking at comments. Georgios is encouraging us, letting us know that the public transportation is good in the UK.
I would personally like to know a lot more about the public transportation systems within Liverpool. I mean, it's not super likely that I would be going to this contest, but nonetheless, I mean, that information is super important for a lot of folks to know, especially if they're going to a foreign country and they don't exactly know how to get around. Yeah. That's a very important thing to just be knowledgeable of.
I mean, hey, we've got months to like memorize the public bus route. But yeah, we have our host country or host city selected. We've got our dates of the 19th,
Oh my gosh.
11th, and
This always
13th.
happens so quickly. I feel like pulling the wool over my eyes.
Yeah, I don't
Liverpool.
know.
Now we can just be excited, you know?
Yeah, I know exactly that. We can be like, okay, guys, this is our dates. Time for us to obsess over everything. And it's like finally feels like the season's really getting going.
Because we have a countdown. I mean, like whenever we get those dates, it's the countdown, and then that's when we are like seated in front of the couch at 10 a.m. to watch 5 hours of Albanian TV.
You know what? I don't care what anyone says. I love my hours of Albanian TV.
Exactly, me too. You know, I
Well, the
actually
first
called out sick at one point in order just to watch like a semi of Fic.
I did too. I've done it before.
Mhm.
I've done it
You know,
before.
I'll probably do it again this year. Don't tell my employer, you guys.
Well, what I did instead was I got off anyways at like 5 and it started at 4. I was like, I'm gonna work the last hour. Um
Oh, you gotta jump on. Oh, well, I mean,
yeah, no.
like you don't want to miss literally a second of Fic because it's just as eventful as like San Remo.
Well, Vidbeer this year is gonna be December 17th.
December 17th, you said?
Yeah, so Ukraine's gonna have the first song of the year probably.
Which is unusual given the fact that usually it's Albania.
Yeah, I think it's
Or
December
like
17th.
Estonia typically starts sooner, but they don't select.
So yeah, December 17th will be the day the first will be the day of Vidbeer, and then it's gonna be a longer final than we're used to because usually the final is like 5 or 6 songs.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be 10 songs, and the date that's been given for when they're gonna be announcing who's competing in Vidbeer is November 17th.
Ooh, there was a rumored list, wasn't there?
I'm not talking about rumors on stream. I'm not talking
No,
about
that's
rumors
true.
on stream.
No, that's true. We shouldn't do that. I just get excited whenever I see like a list of rumored artists for a national selection. Then I just get like such like a hype sensation, even though I shouldn't tie myself to that.
But I think that's gonna be like our first big batch is going to probably be from Vidbeer. I know
I'm so excited for that.
now we're talking about national finals.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's the next thing that's going to happen. We got our host city. That's literally the next thing.
Yeah. So we've got our national final calendar coming up. But yeah, so we've kind of touched on that. It's going to be Liverpool. Thank you guys so much for joining us. If you enjoy, go ahead and like, subscribe, leave some comments. You know, we like that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And in a little bit less than a little bit more than 20 minutes, Alicia Michelle's going to be going live on her YouTube channel. Yes. And we always like to shout her out since she is our founder. And so go ahead, check that out over there. Thank you again so much for joining us here on the Eurovision Fam channel.
And we're counting down. We're officially counting down now.
Yeah, so thank you all again, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.